at their disposal. And as you said, Nuke is certainly one of the maps that sAw have historically been one of the best on.
All right, Dust. Well, you know what time it is. It's time for our pioneering 5-man desk segment that we've been doing here. There's Moses and Dinko. We got to do this fast. How do you see this one going, guys?
Take it away, Dinko.
I think BB Team should be just edging this one out very slightly. I'm looking forward to seeing how it's going to go down today.
Will it be BBW or BBL?
Yeah,
BBS.
And really hitting the edge of Vertigo as we get to the high rise. sAw taking on BB Team. I don't really know which way I'm leaning, Dinko. I don't really know this morning which way I'm feeling.
Well, you know, Jason, it's fine to swing both ways. Let's go. sAw versus BB Team to kick things off. The pistol round underway, and BB Team starting on the defense. We've been given an opportunity to see Vertigo as a punish pick. We'll see if that is the case today, as Udrix is just sprinting to the bomb side with the speed off the back of Udrix. He eventually goes down.
How did he get so much space?
Don't know.
No resistance provided. Oh, my lord, Mutiris. Oh, good shot from Zorte. Can only get the one, but yeah, due to the fact that the defense is already on the back foot when contact is made, it's a nice pistol round, a nice looking pistol round so far for sAw.
Yeah, now Agil on the edge of the catwalk. Siren making a lot of steps, and that's going to allow Agil to just move in behind him. So Nafany left in a 1v2.
I'd like to see him have a good game today.
Nafany in particular. So you're trying to steal Maui's best friend, Jason?
No, not Nafany. I meant Agile.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't care about Nafany. He's had plenty of time. Agile, on the other hand, had to play like the best team in the world yesterday as a rookie, and I felt a little bit bad watching him get exposed and targeted, which was probably the smart thing to do for Navi, able to kind of take advantage of his positions a couple of times. But yeah, the new player coming into this team, rookie kind of situation, coming into a really hard scenario where you got to fill the shoes of one of the strongest players on this lineup previously. I would just like to see him. This is one of those games where it feels like one of those opponents where it feels like you can have a good game. You can actually get some confidence beneath your belt.
Yeah, I mean, both teams have had very different runs at the RMR. I saw they picked up a few wins relatively early on. And
now we're cooking, baby.
Agil's getting a small win nice and early. He's been able to take Nafany out. Whereas the likes of BB Team, they lost their opening game. They won their opening game against Unity, lost their following two, and had to beat Nemiga yesterday in a survival game. Whereas sAw lost their opening game, won their following two best of ones, and then got absolutely destroyed by Navi.
Smashed. Well, they did have that nuke, which was close, helped by the hot start from Udrix yesterday, but obviously couldn't outlast them, and we just saw pretty much the class of Navi, every single win condition coming to bear for them. So yeah, a tough scenario, but we find ourselves here. Obviously, the winner of this game moves into the decider match. Dust explained it all.
Well, yes, once the difficulty score is calculated, adjusted.
After all is said and done,
they might have to play
all the other series today. They may or may not be in a match.
But all the, just have to do what they have to in front of them, Jason. Win this game. That's the objective.
Yeah, essentially, that is the mindset of this is the one thing we can control, whether we win or lose this game right here. Look at the space from Mutiris. I think, yeah, good awareness.
The back, Mutiris getting taken down. Nafany's already down the bottom of the B stairs. How has he got away with two? Agil falls, and BB Team, as soon as the guns came out, it's dominant. It's Roman left to do a little bit of damage here, but not looking too likely for Roman.
It's kind of a cool idea. Very fast, very aggressive in a round where BB Team maybe not having all the utility they might want. Roman going to try and get a bomb play. Not going to happen. But you can see from where people were dying, they're trying to apply pressure at the B stairs, trying to apply pressure in middle, and they're trying to really make those defenders at the B bomb site make a decision of where they go and see if they can create some chaos where there's some miscommunication and get a couple easy fights. Unfortunately, Nafany wins his battle. Chiron and Zorte handle the mid push. So it all falls apart. It all comes crumbling down.
Yeah, hopefully like Vertigo someday. That would be great.
Vertigo haters, man.
I mean, it's been years, it's still in construction. BB Team.
It's just like Malta.
Yeah, well, that's never being fixed. Tech 9 for Mutiris. And 3 rifles.
Make it 3.
Yeah, Agil. Unfortunately for him,
Nafany's got
the start of this round, and Nafany just loves walking down the B stairs.
He's got some attitude this morning, Nafany.
Yeah, he does.
That's back-to-back rounds. He's pushed to the bottom of the stairs, so sAw's got to be careful about that. And very quickly, you're on the back foot. And look at the aggression they're maintaining. They don't want to give them a single inch.
Ooh. Fire spreads to Story, but his teammate Udrix is taking Nappy out. Siren gets hard cleared by Story. So 3v3 off the back of those 2 essential kills, and Chiron has to move quite quickly on this rotation back over. So he'll deploy his utility, but there's a boost. Ooh, he spots out the head of Udrix. Grenade goes in, and yeah, it's going to be perfect. Udrix is low HP, will cost him his life.
Yeah, but shout out to sAw bringing this back into a 2-on-2. Now they need to settle things down. You can see it's been so crazy these last couple of rounds. So aggressive and so fast-paced. Tapping away. Story's got another one. Patience with the boost, and Zorte all of a sudden is like, we were just in a 5-on-3. How have we gotten in this situation? Y'all have sold me down the river.
Well, Zorte has no utility, and he does not have a kit. So if sAw get this bomb down, and Zorte has to play the retake, it's going to be quite difficult for him to pull this one off. So sAw suddenly giving themselves quite a lengthy advantage. They make their way in towards the A-bomb site. Story to punch those digits in. And Zorte's still a long way off. He was banking on it being a B play. But he's had a hot start here, 5-2. Needs to increase it to 7 here. Gets back into the elevator. Steps are going to be heard, and now they can just focus in that one position. So Story worried about him coming out of the connector, and Zorte's actually just going to walk in behind him, and Story executed from behind, but Zorte has to try and figure out where the other player is, and Roman's just hiding. And remember, no kit, no utility here for Zorte, so it's not like he can apply pressure to that bomb.
He's got plenty of money, though.
Yeah, he's no money. Sorry, there's no time for him to win the round, so he's just going to run away. He realizes he can't win this one, and Roman's just going to drop back and get into that safe spot.
Well, if you're BB team, you're feeling really bad. 5-on-3, and you choose to maintain aggression over on stairs in a very predictable position from Chiron up on the boards, and then just repeated boosts from sAw. So very fortunate, I think, to find themselves out of that sticky situation, but they have accomplished it.
Zorte can drop the weapon that he saved over. Chiron's going to get that AK. Nafany had less money than the rest of the squad, so he's going to pick up an MP9. And Zorte had enough money to buy an AWP. So not the worst buy here for BB Team. A great opportunity to bounce back.
A great opportunity to bounce back.
Well, if Nafany wants to play aggressive again, at least he's got an SMG.
Okay, off. Oh, that Molotov does not going to force him off the angle.
In fact, he doesn't really even ruin his vision. He can see very clearly down to the bottom of the ramp.
I can see clearly now the Molly's gone.
Well, I thought you were going to sing the real version, Jason, but
we got to adapt it to Counter-Strike.
Yeah, that's fair. Harry, that's a Harry music style, right?
It's 3 a.m. We're 4 days deep into the European RMR Group A, and we've all collectively lost our mind. Maui's hanging on a thread, I'm hanging on a thread, and Ujerk's going to lead the way up the A ramp. Defense is backing off for the moment. 3-1 scoreline for sAw.
And the util now landing towards the connectors. So smoke's going out. Ooh, CT smoke comes in at the right time. And elsewhere, Nafany goes down first, this time without a kill. So Agile, good job done. Often the first player to go down, this time the player to grab the opener, and risk taken for Zorte to try and get that AWP involved to slow down this attack, but he ends up just getting blasted away. And so sAw have the sight. Ujerk follows up with another piece of impact, and he just doesn't stop when he gets going. Siren's on B with nothing to do with trying to save this M4, and once again, it's Ujerk's with impact.
It's interesting seeing the different styles coming out on the defensive side for both the A-bomb site and the B-bomb site. We've seen Nafany and Siren get aggressive, and Chiron get aggressive on B stairs and deny access to it at previous rounds. A-bomb site in the pistol round, and this round playing very far back, giving up a lot of space, giving a lot of room for sAw to get comfortable, have a set piece, have an execute, organize. Might want to find some ways to be disruptive at that A-bomb site outside of just Zorte taking that early peek down scaffolding. And sAw's got a big lead. But, I mean, look, it goes back to what the desk mentioned and what's easily identifiable when you go to the HLTV match page is Vertigo for BetBoom is just not a map they play too often and too well. 4 maps in the last 3 months, 25% win rate. Maybe just a map they're not comfortable on. Maybe just a map they don't really enjoy. So a good punish pick for sAw.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Great taste. But full eco now, well, say full eco. I guess there's a 5.7 Kevlar there for Chiron, so he'll use that. But everyone else in the USP at the moment. And for sAw, a great opportunity to continue to build what they have started here on the T side. Seems like they've kind of avoided the main threat the BB team were trying to set up, which is being disruptive, being aggressive, trying to ruin any ideas that they have early. And so far, sAw have adapted to that. BB team can't really continue the kind of heavy B aggression that we've seen from them. Gonna have to try and figure something else out as we go into the next gun round here for BB
team. All right, you
Your
jerks.
singing's too good, Jason. We're gonna get this channel D.
I know.
And what's it, DMCA or something?
I
Is
know.
That? Yeah. YMCA. Here we go. You jerks. Another song for you.
Yeah, you nailed it. Good job
Another
with the
song.
lyrics.
There
You
you go.
remembered.
Yeah, that's a hard one to forget.
All right.
That
Well,
and Tequila, that's my classics.
sAw's happy with the 5-on-4. I mean, this has been a great T-side so far. If it wasn't for dropping that fast-paced round early, this would be very, very clean. BB team's going to have to snap back into shape in round 7 when the guns come back out. So Roman lurking in middle, spots one, easy kill with the AK-47. BB team still far away from the bomb site. And now going to start streaming in. Attention taken towards middle, which is going to make it a very easy B bomb site take as the AK-47s get aggro in 5-1.
Plenty of money here for a BB team. Now finally getting the buy back in. If Zorte wanted the AWP, well, unlucky. No one dropped it to him. No one could afford it. He can't afford it. So M4 out for everybody. Let's see if there's any adaptations coming up. They've called a timeout for a BB team.
They need it.
They definitely do.
They need it.
It's been a real slow start. We intrigued. You brought something up just 2 rounds ago about the fact that there is just a difference in how the B bomb side and the A bomb side is being played at the moment for BetBoom. I'm interested to see if they change up how they're approaching the ramp coming into this next gun round.
Yeah, I mean, the question will be, will they have the op out? Can Zorte grab that angle? But if he does grab that angle with an AWP, can you put up a waterfall smoke? Can you get some riflers behind it at least at the top ramp? Can you set up some kind of a trap? There is no AWP, so maybe that all changes. Can you throw someone at sandbags, maybe a bait and switch? You've got options. We just haven't seen BB team kind of dive into the playbook on the defensive side at the A ramp. It'd be great if they could actually get B stairs control again like they were doing in the first 2 gun rounds and hopefully not give it away. That 3v5 that sAw wins is turning out to have huge impacts in the early stages of this half. Otherwise, BB team might actually be able to fight and keep this scoreline close. So B stairs control again. Agile's calling that out right now, but look at all the room to work with over at A ramp. Big Mags.
Gone.
That's a very ambitious
That was.
slide through the smoke. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah.
Very ambitious.
Didn't work out for him.
And those are the kind of plays that, like, in my head when I see things like that in games, it's like we're already hitting desperation point in round 7.
Yes.
Which is not a good sign. Like, if that's your play, if that's like in your head, like that's the solution, like, okay, they're really wrecking us over here at the A ramp. Maybe they're going to forget this detail and I can just walk through this smoke and get a crazy flank. It's a little early for that.
It's a low percentage play, and it's over. The round is done. That was after a timeout as well.
But also, I don't know, it's almost like, I don't want to like try and make an excuse as if I think that's any kind of a good play and there's necessarily a great reason for it, but it's also like you're kind of, I guess, you're forced into making a mistake when you've given up so much control of a ramp, like without any real resistance in all these rounds, because you're like, once again, like they're already pressuring the A bomb site. We have to do something to alleviate this pressure.
Oh no. Well, they tried to save. They're not allowed to save anything.
Throw in the towel.
Well, now they don't have any money, so you're going to get a half buy at best.
All right, what's map number 2? Ancient?
Yeah, Ancient, picked by BB team.
Let's rock
Well,
and
this
roll.
punish is working out perfectly, isn't it?
Yeah.
We heard Dust talking about the previous matchup they had at ESL Challenger Atlanta, where the Vertigo got banned out by BetBoom, and
Hell
leave it
yeah.
here, they ban Inferno, and it's not really worked out. And we all know that word. Or those words.
That sequence of words,
Yes,
that string of words.
Anybody who's played Counter-Strike for any period of time has been treated to those words. Frustration for BB team early and understandable. So actually they go for the MP9 purchase with a little old Deeg in the hands of Zorte.
Hey, they put some pressure on A ramp this time. 4 players, nice little boost up. They wanted to be able to collapse if once again sAw was going to be aggressive and taking it, and a good call from uJerks and the sAw offense to slow things down and give them a different look. Say, you know, we can apply that pressure whenever we want, but we don't have to do it.
Here comes uJerks through that smoke. And they're all gone. So no targets. He hears the steps of the retreating CT players. But a boost being erected again, and here comes a play out from Chiron. That's short. Magnajez taking uJerks out from that boost. Roman now moves in the middle, steering so many players towards A. He realizes there has to be space, there has to be gaps elsewhere. And Nafny put under pressure at the back of the B-bomb site. His teammates still fragging elsewhere. And now Roman has to worry about Siren, who's at construction, and the elevator swing with the picked up AK-47. So that's going to work out here for Chiron. And the AWP of Story now must clutch.
Dang, how has it gotten to this situation? sAw had all the information. They saw 4 players over at the A ramp. Oh, flick
great
up,
shot.
nails it.
Story! Oh my god, nearly pulls it off on his own with a deagle, but Siren, when he's on the MP9, just jumping, weaving his way through the bomb site, and the MP9 comes out on top.
Yeah, nice attempt. Good first flick from Story, though, identifying that jumping player and snapping up to it. And an unlikely second round win is going to boost the economy of BB Team. Free op over to Zorte, so he's got money in the bank moving into the future. Everyone else has got to buy down to the M4s. And maybe a little frustrating for sAw. So a timeout called, and I don't mind it at all. You haven't like lost control of the game or anything, but you are looking at that round and saying, boys, we probably should have had that one. We had 1 defender at the B bomb site. We had a solid mid lurk from Roman, and still couldn't handle the heat.
Great stuff from BB Team though, because they saved a lot of money for this buy round coming up in the next. And the fact that they are able to win the round off of 4 MP9s and a deagle and to pick up some AKs, and that recovers the economy game quite nicely. So an opportunity to get back into this first half for BB Team. 4 rounds left to play. Best case scenario is a tied scoreline. Does seem a little bit unlikely, but starting to break down that sAw economy. Took a while. 1 round, but there we are. Story at least has a little bit of extra cash.
Yeah. Oh, I've actually thought Zorte was just going to hop right off.
That would have been amazing.
That made me very nervous.
That would have been so good.
It actually did.
Actually, you know what? I'm done.
They're opening, the last 2 rounds, they've opened 4 players at this A ramp. So they've obviously kind of, as we've talked about, are looking to find solutions towards this. And the 4 players gives them some confidence to be aggressive. Trying to set up a trap. Zorte's up over at Sandbags, one at Scaffolding. But the main thrust, or the initial thrust, coming towards middle.
They got to put Roman up on the boost. He's going to clear out construction, clear out the sandbag, and make sure middle is not occupied by anybody from BB Team. Here comes the swing at top ramp though. Nafny making it work with some damage done by Chiron. And Story, well, he's been the playmaker with the AWP, but how was that shot missed? His opponent just moved off the angle at the wrong second, and Story's getting plenty of chances, but not hitting anything. Oh, he is going to want to get that round back.
Everyone's going to want to get that round back. I don't know how that kill at A ramp wasn't traded. I don't know how Story missed that first shot over towards the B defender.
The 3 shots.
I don't know how he missed the follow-up shot towards elevator. I don't know how the player stepping up the stairs missed his kill in the B bomb site. That's a very weird round for sAw. Felt like they had all the opportunities in the world to get those frags, and a second timeout is burned, because now it is kind of like, all right, boys, we are giving away the massive advantage that we started with.
Yeah, and they're letting BetBoom, BB Team, really build up a lot of cash over there. So, Jose's at $6,000. You know, they're going to be able to buy right to the end now. And for sAw, they didn't get a bomb plan, so they aren't even at a situation where they can pick up the AKs and everybody. This is tough.
I wonder, though, I would imagine out of this pause, this is where some mind games come in. I would expect, because I think sAw's starting to piece it together with all the space they had in middle and the space they've had at B now, that BB Team is stacking A ramp early. I have a feeling that they're going to sense that with that kind of aggressive play that we just saw from BB Team. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw some kind of a fast play towards the B bomb site, a fast split through middle as well. But equally for BB Team, you have to say, all right, well, this kind of 4-man A defense has worked twice in a row. Let's readjust it back to how we normally played.
Jerks at the front of the ramp attack. You know, earlier on in the half, we've definitely seen him find success with ease. He's going to go again in towards the A site. That Galil erupting into the bomb site. 2 players line up in the elevator, and that's such an important kill for Magnajez to get, because it looked like Udrix was set up for 2, if not just the 1.
Ooh, Roman wants that molly back. He just chucked it right into a smoke. I like this boost, though. We've seen this have so much impact. Good spam.
Shot.
Can't get the kill, but he's done great damage, and that off-light, clear line of sight, but hasn't been able to fire one off. Good job from Story. There we go. 3 on 2, and things settle down and slow down.
Agile places himself in the corner, allows Story to deal with the aggression of Magnajez, and Zorte is so low on health. This would take a lot of mistakes, a lot of peaks.
There's one.
And there's one of them.
And the bomb's going back to the B bomb site. Zorte not aware of it just yet. If Story had any piece of utility, it'd be lovely. He needs to make sure his presence is known, but this is 2 isolated 1v1 fights. If Zorte finds this kill, he can shift back to the B bomb site, but I imagine he's going to be making noise when he drops off this. So Story will have the information. Yeah.
Well, op scope, and it's worked out well for Story. So good recovery to the round here for sAw.
Good to see him hit those 3 shots after kind of missing the sitters in the previous round as well. So he's got it right back.
Is recalibrated. And BB Team, they will not be able to tie the scoreline. Best case scenario now, 7-5. They'll still have a buy, as mentioned. They'll build up a lot of money now on the CT side after a couple of those round wins. So I'll still have to deal with a buy round from the CTs. But it hasn't necessarily been a fantastic defense posted by BB Team. So sAw have a great chance to continue to build this T side as Agile searches for that opening pick on B, and he's found it on Nafany.
I think the bummer about it is BB Team have had their chances. You know, losing that round is painful, but also remember they had the 5-on-3 in like round 4 that they let slip away. And from there, it's just been like just such a recovery mission to try and get back into the game and try and settle down this attack. If you actually convert the 5-on-3, which absolutely should be done, this is a much better half for you. You don't get reset early on. You don't let sAw get out to a big lead. You're not constantly scrambling to fight back into the half. And if you go on to lose this series, oh dear. We've seen that so much this event. I don't know if something's changed. I don't know.
That one was extra egregious. Like
that one was.
He just threw it into the box. There was no way it was going through there.
But we've seen nades thrown into walls.
Yeah. That one was pretty bad from Chiron.
Nervous.
Or Siren, rather.
Yeah, Chiron's like,
hey, bro,
don't tag me with that.
I don't have any nades. I don't throw nades. That's not my role. I just headshot.
All right, Molly towards quad. Mutiris wants the 1v1. Good decision. Smoked out, though. Jerks slides past it. Good timing on the peak and continuing to battle. And he's sharp. He's confident as he moves in. Look at all the space. Spam coming through, but Jerks has run a route. This is beautiful work. Up on top of the bomb boxes. Nobody can stop him. Nobody's even willing to try.
10 seconds. Bomb plant finally coming in. Magnajez makes one last leap out of the elevator. They know exactly where Siren is. He's landed a few shots, but now he's pinned at headshot. And there's no escaping when Story's off. Post up on the angle. And there's a lot of other options to take him out as well. So 8-3. BB Team with a pretty weak defense here. And like you said, they did have their chances. They didn't take them. And so now they're looking at a punishing scoreline of 8-3. Pretty likely we see 9-3. The series, if BB Team are going to win it, will have to come down to a Dust 2 decider as things stand. Smoke up to the middle of the ramp. Look how fast Jerks is about this. Already at short. Magnajez to take Roman out early, so at least BB Team have an advantage to play with. And they've got that B stairs control that was so important for them in the first few rounds of the game.
Well, and also a cool idea as well to stack over towards middle. They're like, you know what? We've tried a couple things and we really can't consistently handle this A pressure, so let's actually just take out the extremities.
No, nice read of the boost there. Jerks doing damage to the metal as well. Story would have had a great opportunity for a kill into the bomb site, but the flash comes in at just the right time. But Mutiris, here he goes.
Oh, and this is cool. Mutiris is going to be calling out to his team. Everybody wait. Everybody freeze. Nobody do a damn thing. I've got us an opening kill. I've got us a kill that's going to cause this defense to panic.
Siren's coming back up the stairs to try and get it behind Mutiris.
Maybe he is.
He's got to worry about destruction, and a second kill just before going down to Siren. But he's done his work. He's evened out the numbers here for his teammates. sAw have a chance to close on a 9-3 scoreline.
Yeah, he might have lost track of the fact that Siren is still alive as that B anchor. But does a wonderful job in middle exploiting things. Timing for Siren is horrible. It could not be worse.
From a 5 versus 3 to a 2v1 in favor of sAw now.
The second 5v3 that BB team is about to lose.
You can't allow that to happen, but a 9-3 scoreline, sAw with a dominant lead.
Shout out to Mutiris in that round. That's a god tier play.
It did look lost. It all looked lost. But Mutiris finds a way to get them back into it. And spirits are high, you know. Just looking at Roman. He's having a great time looking around, talking to his teammates. And now with the pistol win, they're one step away from taking victory here on Vertigo.
And even if not, it just feels like there's so much better drilled. Yeah. All right. Well, rough first map. Great plan, though, going into the veto process for sAw. You have to say that. The hardcore punish pick, very confident in their Vertigo, and it's showing.
Yeah, if you go back to that Challenger Atlanta tournament, they played Ancient as well, and it was a 13-11 win for sAw coming in there. So it's not like BetBoom have a great advantage in terms of coming back into the second map. But
I was wondering about that because, sAw's won the last 2 series they've played, or the only 2 series they've played this year, but not completely, but different lineup with Erisdos in the roster. So I was kind of wondering how that would impact things, and clearly not much.
No.
Clearly not too much of an impact at all.
Not right now. I think I've underestimated sAw the entire way through this tournament just because I thought it would be such a significant change, you know, losing Erisdos, losing Barry. They've really impressed with how they've been able to stay at a good level. I think their first event, I thought maybe that's just kind of a honeymoon period. Maybe they just took off, running off the high of their ulti. But they come into the RMRs, and sure, they're taking some losses, but I didn't really think they would be in this position where they could be getting through the qualification process.
Having a chance to qualify?
Yeah. Impressive from the Portuguese as they look for a pistol win here to put themselves up to 10.
Unfortunately, it is cool that they'll have a chance to qualify, and obviously, a good chance, especially, seeing, depending on who they'll end up playing if they go on to win this series. Hold the phone, pistol round. B hit coming in, and Agile not able to get anything done. Dooley's not able to get anything done. BB team's going to have this T-side pistol. So yeah, it's going to depend if they win this series who their opponent is at the end of the day, but I think unfortunately, unlike the last major, unlike Copenhagen, where I felt like sAw could be competing for a playoff spot down the stretch with Erisdos in the lineup and how they were playing at the time.
Yeah,
this feels like you might be able to qualify for the major, but this does not feel like a team that's going to be able to make it out of the opening stage. Right? You already feel like you have a sense of where the ceiling is going to be in terms of the competition.
Yeah, for a team that took so long and fought so hard to get themselves into a position where they were capable of challenge against tier 1 teams and making it to the playoffs of big events, it's pretty disappointing to have to be in a position where you have to rebuild again.
But also, you can also have realistic expectations if you're sAw too. Like, you come into this event with a brand new player who hasn't been in the lineup for very long. You've just replaced one of your strongest riflers. You replaced your coach, so you actually no longer have a coach standing behind you as well, because your new coach was not on the roster in time to beat the roster lock. So he's just kind of, Golden's just there kind of helping with prep and everything. So you have, this is kind of a team in a couple of big ways in transition and flux. So in one sense, making the major has got to be like in their head, it's just like, that is the one and only goal we have for this week of competition.
So actually going for the force bite after losing the pistol round. Not only did they lose the pistol, but they lost without getting a kill. So feeling like they've got the room to play with to go for a force bite in this kind of scenario with a 9-4 scoreline. And these MP9s, they can be deadly. They're not coming in towards the setup designed to deal with them towards A. BB team leaning a little bit more towards this B defense, and there is not much defense to talk about.
I'd like to just see him
here with a 5-7.
I'd like him to just fall back and just say, you know what, guys, it ain't worth. Everyone just run away.
Yeah.
Let's try again in the next round. There's no point in risking these weapons. And that's exactly what's happening.
Yeah, exactly. So 5 rounds now for BB team. Clean starts to the second half in terms of the pistol, and now they don't have to lose a player either if they don't want to. If they don't send in the hunt out, they can just keep all the rifles in play. And the gap is now just 4-round wins. So those 4-round wins are going to be pretty difficult to get, though.
Yeah, they will. But you know, let's give them a fighting chance when we see that first gun round come in.
Yeah. I think yesterday in the map that you mentioned, sAw were competitive with Navi on, which was Nuke. I think the biggest part of that was the CT defense. It had Story's AWP firing quite a bit of impact. He took over a number of rounds. So if he gets that AWP out, it's going to change the game here.
Well, look at the other side of it too. Probably the primary reason why they lost that is against the low buys. They had in the first half JL getting that triple kill with the 5-7 on an upper hit to really stop cold the start from sAw and the hot start from uJerk specifically. And then in the second half, when that defense and Story were having impact, it was a Tech 9 round where Bit was able to walk into ramp and get an entry kill, get a second kill in the lower bomb site, and Navi was able to win like 2 or 3 low buy rounds with just pistols. So I mean, you're just hoping right now at this point that we're not going to get a similar kind of collapse, and I don't think it'll come from the low buys, but certainly again, sAw's put themselves in a good position to have a great winning opportunity, but there's still potential that it drifts away from them.
Great starts to this round though for BB team. 2 openers going in their favor, and uJerk's taking a lot of damage on board. Gets involved in a fight with Chiron, that he won't win.
Bang.
Yeah, nice and clean. BB team are building money on this T side, but it's just because they're not losing anybody.
Yeah.
Have they had a single death yet in the second half?
I don't believe so.
Pissed around.
Pissed around was all 5.
Follow up, yeah. It's so
Second
impressive.
round was all 5.
Yeah, great start here from BB team. Can't be bad to that.
Yeah,
Sorte.
They maintain it.
Bangs him out. So money finally here for sAw. We've been waiting for this. Their first buy of the second half.
Yeah, I guess it's like a good reminder because we didn't actually get a chance to see it in the first half with how dominant sAw was, but BB team does have some strong aimers. You know, they got some you know, Zorte, Chiron, Siren, these guys can shoot.
Pretty damn hard. Unfortunately, inconsistently. But when they're at their peak, man, they are real sharp aimers. Let's see what they're like today. It's not peak gamer hours. It's pretty early, even in China, Jason.
It's definitely early here in Bucharest. 4:32 a.m. local. I believe it's what, 10:30, 11:30 in Shanghai? I believe they're 6 or 7 hours ahead. Utility deployed towards scaffolding. Roman over at sandbags, taking the position of Erasdos to join up with uJerks. And he spots the head around the edge, and Story Mutiris going to add a couple kills as well as a B step comes in. And BB team, the first gun round, we said wait for it, let's see what it's got. It's fallen apart, but they're bringing it back.
Yeah, Siren and Zorte have drawn this into a 2v2, and they've got a minute left to work with on this T side. Roman's going to walk through short. Just below him is Zorte, and he's going to peek right in towards him, and that ends up being a great kill for Zorte to open things up. 55 seconds remaining. They've suddenly flipped this back in favor of BB team, and Mutiris has to be the hero, but he's smoked out, and BB team now collect the bomb, but they're separated in 1v1 fights, and the play through the smoke does not work out for Mutiris, as Zorte had an idea that that was a possibility.
Okay, well, both CT sides have given themselves huge advantages in rounds, and both CT sides have let those advantages slip away. I'm not entirely sure how sAw just kind of fell apart at a certain point. They stopped the B hit. It's what, a mid lurk, a little bit of an A lurk. And sAw's going to be punching themselves right now.
Yeah, taking their third and final timeout here of regulation, because they don't have enough money for a full buy. And Team BB are getting right back into this at the moment, Jason. So this is starting to look really good for the T side.
Yeah, it's interesting. With how sharp sAw was in the first half, that it's even at this position. And like the danger of no longer having timeouts as well. This is the last chance they get to find a solution, or at least have some time, unless BB team want to give them a reprieve. saw's going to have to do everything on the fly moving forward.
Yeah, in the past, a few years ago, Nafny would be one of the best callers on this map of Vertigo, right? He was very comfortable with his old Gambit squad. You see a lot of gimmicky smokes, a lot of different ways to take the ramp. He had a lot of great options of quicker and faster plays. I think he actually defined a lot of the meta in CSGO on Vertigo on the T side. Well, maybe we'll come back to him here, Jason.
Maybe. There's a banana on that 5-7.
Yes, there is. That's why you're here. Great analysis, Jason.
That's why I get paid the big bucks.
What do you think of it?
One of these days, you'll get there.
Is it a large banana?
It's decent.
It's okay. But the 5-7, they can be powerful. And Roman goes for a little peek. Not able to make much happen with it. Not yet.
Early smoke deployed, not a whole lot of pressure applied, so BB Team's happy to see that one thrown out. Going to start stepping up behind the MAC-10 of Magnayez. Big Mags, as he's known.
I just think of mayonnaise when I see his name, to be honest. I don't really know why.
Mayonnaise doesn't have a G in it.
No.
Or a J, for that matter.
Maybe in other languages it does.
That's fair.
Oh, Roman. Big swing. 5-7. Good for one. But as expected, BB Team taking quite a lot of advantages here, but they line up and Mutiris mutilates them. 2 kills quite quickly. 30 seconds left. He'll move into short and finally dealt with by Nafny, leaving Agile with a 1v2. It's difficult, but not impossible. He needed a kill immediately on Magnajez, and he won't pick it up. So money finally back for sAw.
Yeah, but that
BB Team about to tie the scoreline up.
That got creepy. Story's got the op out, so let's see what kind of an impact that could have. That can help shore up this defense, because they got holes everywhere at the moment. Still not a single round in this second half. 9-3 scoreline coming into it, losing the pistol, and it's been all BB Team since then. Nafny starting to put together a very good T-side for his team. He's got 11K, Nafny.
He's got a bit of speed behind him. The wind in his sails as he heads towards the bottom of B. Magnajez being sent up through the ramp smoke. There's a little peek on the right side of it.
And backs off away from the waterfall smoke deployed. Follow-up utility for sAw to gain control and have information at ramp. Smoke is going to block everyone off, and BB Team's going to take the opportunity to slide back to the B bomb site with numbers. Nafny calling for an execute, a set piece. Maintaining position on stairs for everyone to join up with him. It's Agile and Mutiris on the defense.
Oh, tapping through the smoke. Magnajez, he's just opened up the B-bomb site with that shot on Agile. And now Mutiris is trying to run over to plug the gap, and he just can't do it. So sAw, they lose Agile too quickly. Mutiris can't do much about it, and you're forced into a save call.
That's an experience as well. Just tapping into the smoke leisurely, not expecting that boost, not being prepared for it whatsoever. It was quiet on the rest of the map as well. You saw a little bit of utility thrown into the B bomb site. And Agile just gets caught and beat.
On the shadow. Udrix, a lot of time to ready himself. And Roman alongside of him. Scoreline is all tied up from a 9-3 scoreline at the half in favor of sAw. It is now a 9-9 as BB Team have just been dominant on the T side so far.
It seems almost like inconceivable that this would be happening, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it felt like we were getting ready to go to Ancient.
It didn't look like BB Team was really all that comfortable on the map, but they are putting together a very nice T side. It's sAw who look a little awkward.
More than a little now. I think that'd be Agile over on Ancient. He was the problem as well, right? Like they were just focusing his bomb site. Navi went towards Eclot.
He
pretty
does
similar right now.
He has they've given him the rookie hazing roles. You know, Ancient, he's going to anchor that A bomb site, which is pretty difficult, especially against Navi yesterday. Vertigo, the B bomb site anchor, very difficult position to play. So, yeah, he's being thrust in some very, very difficult scenarios at a very big and high pressure event and scenario. U-Jerks fighting an elevator, but they're about to get wrapped upon from the bomb site as well. BB Team have taken over everything.
U-Jerks taking a step forward. Kyron, okay. Through the smoke, eventually lines up Story on the other side of his Zorte to take U-Jerks out. He was making what felt like the only play that was available for sAw, and it doesn't go his way, and so now it is Agile saving his AK-47. So 10-9 scoreline. BB Team have in some way, some miraculous way, come back all the way in this game and are now leading.
It's 7 in a row in the second half.
Yeah, they haven't lost a round. They have not lost a round on this T side yet.
And I think sAw's wishing they had one more timeout. They're really wishing they had some way to slow this down and have a conversation. I think everyone in sAw has been thrust into panic mode. Not seeing a whole lot of cohesion on the initial contact on defense. I mean, both defenses today on Vertigo have been not good.
Woeful. Absolutely woeful. In the first half, we were saying, well, Ancient seems like it's coming up soon, and that's BB Team's chance to get back into the series. Now we change this, and we say, all right, BB Team look like they're going to win this now, and Ancient suddenly becomes their opportunity to 2-0 this series. I do think it's going to be a competitive second map, though. I think they're pretty evenly matched in that department, but right now, BB Team, they don't agree. Look at this situation for sAw. It's not pretty. Roaming to fall at the crane, and then this boost isn't working out just yet because BB Team haven't committed up A. So you're not going to get that trade back.
Not anytime soon, at least.
Yeah, exactly.
Towards middle we go, and it's a beautiful call. There's wide open space for Siren, Magnez, and Chiron to slide into. A lot of resources to that boost with two players, and one of those guys would be shifting back to just kind of jiggle peek middle. Both B defenders, their attention is taken towards stairs as Utility comes out showing a take, but the main thrust is coming behind him.
Imperius way to the generators, cleared out by Magnez. Chiron to follow up, and it is clean from BB Team. Story over construction. Looking to build them back into the round, but this would be miraculous. Magnez caught sleeping. It's another kill for Story. With that grenade landing upon him, and the flash, it's just never going to happen for him. End of that chapter. 11-9 now. BB Team getting closer and closer to rounding this out. And sAw, this is the last legs they have to stand on. Their bye's coming up, but if they lose this, BB Team are almost guaranteed to take this map win.
Nafany leading the way both tactically and fragging-wise. Lovely little game from him.
Maui has the biggest smile on his face. I can already tell.
Yeah, his Nefraud watch is going really well. I don't even know if that worked.
No, it was. I think it was.
Didn't feel like it.
Nefony.
Nefony, that's right.
Yeah,
it was Nefony.
Yeah. Story waiting in the back lines. Magnez to crack open Mutiris and give a lot of space to BB Team in middle.
Bro, what's happening?
Yeah, sAw have collapsed.
What is happening in this game?
sAw did not want to play a game.
All right, there you go. There you go, young man. Settle down that B bomb site. Nafany trying to gain a lot of space. He's thinking maybe this defender has rotated away with the kills going elsewhere in middle and over towards a ramp. But nice little check to make sure that doesn't happen because BB Team has found those seams and those gaps in the defense to slide into throughout this half. But such a desperate scenario. If you're sAw, you kind of have to group up as we see Agile moving over to the A bomb site. But we equally see on the mini-map that BB Team is coming to the B bomb site that's been vacated. So here we go. Should be a 12th round for BB Team. Agile has got to come and provide some kind of resistance. They're going to give it a shot.
Siren's on the mid lurk, though. He's going to go aggressive on that front. Roman and Agile actually taking a couple of kills back here for sAw. Numbers even out. Bomb not planted, but in an instant, those final 2 kills come in.
They have all the answers, my man. This is crazy. It's absolutely crazy. 9 rounds in a row for BB Team. They have not dropped a round in the second half. sAw's defense is nowhere to be found.
Well, they'll throw everything they've got into this, so 2 M4s, FAMAS, 2 MP9s. BB Team looking to complete the flawless T side and a comeback from 9-3 down to take Vertigo away from their opponents. This is sAw's map pick. Good start here from Agile.
Yeah, here we go. Little bit of resistance.
Yeah, they've struggled to get a lot of opening kills, haven't they, for sAw? It's mainly been BB Team coming out on top of those, but a chance to convert a 4v5. Chiron, that is kind of ridiculous.
Well,
Roman's gone down to... rather, Nathani's gone down to Agile. Ujerk's going aggressive, and Chiron's just trading, trying to keep his team in this fight. It's within touching distance of the 2 versus 3.
Yeah, Agile's done good work with this double kill. But it still feels like BB Team's been able to find all the solutions, so why not again? Good shot from Siren as he slides into the fight through the Molotov. Awkward situation. Story's kind of pinned down into the corner. Mutiris up at the headshot angle against AK-47s. That's not a fun fight for the MP9.
Yeah. Chiron is just hitting hard. It's looking sharp right now. And they're going to walk through the smoke. Story's gone. Shirley's gone. He's holding for that second player, and he can't stop Siren. A flawless comeback from BB Team on the T side.
Bless.
From being 9-3 down, they pull it back all the way. And on this day of do or die, sAw have lost their map pick.
Yes, well, as Jason says to me in the green room, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. And BB Team.
Or a JL, or a Lexi B, or a Blade. Or a coach in general, actually.
But yeah, I don't know. Like he got abused a little bit at the B bomb site on Vertigo as well. He held his own a couple of times, but you could see he was targeted a little. So I think more than anything, it's just like, do you have the ability to mentally reset? Like we know sAw can do it if the game is close, but you just got wiped out in the second half. You had no fight on your own CT side, which is crazy to see. 9-3 first half. And then you lose 10 rounds in a row in the second half. It's absolutely mental how that all worked out. So BB Team's going to start on the T side.
And they're going fast up the B ramp.
B rush.
Chiron at the front of the attack. He was really sharp at the end of the T side. Here goes Story into the swing. And nearly a triple with the Joel Berettas, but taken down by Chiron, who has got a second kill in this pistol round. 3v2 in the post plant for BB Team. Well, a little bit of team damage in the mix of all this chaos, but Mutiris somehow got away with a headshot. And he's got a 1v2 ahead of him as he comes back in. All BB Team need to do is just drop back and be able to hold into this post plan and not give Mutiris a chance. He's low in HP. And Mutiris comes out from long, a little bit closer now to Chiron. But it's Siren inside of the caves. That's the insurance policy and not even required as Chiron hits 3.
And Story dropped out of the server. I believe he had the dualies inside the bomb site on that initial play. It took him actually a very long time to address the dualie situation at the bomb site. Mollied him out of position. Nobody was really watching, and he got a double kill. And I mean, he got a chance to empty the mag before anyone even really turned to him. But still a pistol round victory for BB Team. So they've now won 11 straight rounds. 11 straight rounds on the T side, going back to the first map. And a little tech delay.
Yeah, we can just look at the monitor down the far end of the room. See Counter-Strike opening up. Should be in the server in just a minute. A little game restart. It's nice getting this view of all of the monitors. We can see all of them, Jason.
Yeah, you see they're like 540 hertz monitors or something.
Is that what they are?
I think Dexter tweeted about that.
Damn. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah. It was funny, though. I mean, he tweeted about it in almost like a negative manner, where he's like, you know, we've been using 360 hertz all year. Now we have 540.
Have you given us
yeah,
more hertz?
Why have you given us something better? In theory, better. But obviously, I mean, I'm mostly making a joke. I got nothing against Dexter, but obviously, he's just thinking about it from a consistency point of view as a pro player. So just drop those Hertzes down. Those Hertzes.
Yeah, Fallen had some takes on the whole thing as well.
I liked his takes on the monitor situation. I really appreciated that, actually. Truly.
The mindset of a businessman.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, couple of restarts going down there. Not working out, it would seem.
Hello.
Headsets off. Hello, I can't do this myself. Please come and help.
Hello.
Hustle harder.
That's a great shirt.
Yeah.
A
He's
lovely
on his
shirt.
winter arc.
What's that red thing in his hair?
Probably a headset or something.
Oh, yeah, good point.
Yeah. I'd imagine that's what that is. You got any side hustles, Jason? Have you been grinding this season?
Yeah, I've got a podcast. That's my side hustle.
Yeah. Would you feel like the work that you do is equal to the rest of your two compatriots on the podcast?
I think we all bring value in our own ways, Dinko. You can't break us apart like that. You can't throw that grenade into the group. We all bring our own positives and negatives to the project.
Yeah. All right. Cool. Anyway, it's just
Nice try.
yeah.
I see you trying to get a position within the podcast.
You know, I'll start editing it with you, Jason, if you need. Rush keeps turning down the spot.
He does. We've offered him millions, and he keeps saying no. I don't know why.
Well, so USP's out on 4, and a nice little P2000. So not exactly anything to be excited about. BB team should be taking a 2-0 lead here. They haven't lost a team round yet.
Farm. Ooh, timing. He's back. There's the first. He's got many more. Second. Ooh, that's all he can get. So MAC-10 going to attempt it to be recovered, but it will not be. Good kills, and we're still rolling really nicely for BB team.
Yeah, they just don't lose T rounds.
12 in a row.
No matter what Maui says, Nafny hasn't lost a T round today.
I like that. Just keep taking shots at him throughout this half. He's listening in the green room, but he can't do anything about it. So yeah, all my homies hate Maui.
I'm sorry,
Maui.
You took the ultimate shot.
I'm just kidding. I'm just joking. I love you.
Well, this is quite a toxic relationship here, Jason.
I know.
Mixed signals.
I'm just very
You're going to confuse them.
I'm just very tired. Very, very tired. Smokes are coming out. Deep utility. Fast pace towards the B bomb site again. Extinguish the volley. No, not quite, but Roman going to be burned out into the open. He's blinded himself. Oh! He's blinded himself. Let's make it 13 in a row.
God, it's so disastrous for sAw. I love that call, though. I just love how much of a rush that was. They just ran through the molly. They didn't give...
Go on. Finish that sentence,
They didn't give a care in the world,
There
Jason.
we go, yeah.
It's family show at this time of day. The only people that are awake are people with young children.
I think this is the time of the day where it doesn't have to be a family show. I don't think we've hit like prime broadcasting.
I don't really know what time it is, to be honest.
I don't even know what day it is.
Where are we?
Mutiris going to have to save this M4. I mean, you had to have expected something of this sort to come out if you're saw's defense, knowing there were still Galils, knowing there were still MAC-10s in play. Like, you had to, in the back of your mind, say, this is one of those rounds that feels like it'd be perfect for a B hit. A very fast-paced one. And it was indeed.
I just love the speed behind it. Like, look at this. They blind themselves in the bomb side. Nafny gets the open on the MAC-10. Siren gets the second. Job done. Lock it in.
Oh, that's a sad reaction.
Oh, back of the head. Illegal shot.
Oh, that's a face of a man who knows his team is not playing well.
I think that's a bit of an understatement. I'm actually just intrigued. How many rounds do we go before BB team actually lose the T round? It's getting a little ridiculous now.
15.
All right, so it'll be 5-0.
So this is 14. They'll win the next gun round, and then Saw's going to win with like MP9s.
Okay. Nice little prediction you got there. Great start here for BB team though. Siren again, straight through the smoke. They've got a 5v4. Dangerous game. Story's playing.
Nice nade.
Get your bullets back in. Magnajaz, yeah, fantastic grenade.
Good catch. Nice hands on Story. Got to appreciate it.
Care to comment on the banana again, Jason?
No, I've covered the banana, I think, in detail.
Probably for the rest of the tournament.
Yeah, I think we're all good on that front. Banana
It could be
Stell.
rather difficult here to clear out Roman, but Magnetez is going to just walk in, and he's the sacrifice that Nafany should have been able to capitalize on, but Roman's actually going to drop down, pick up a Khalil, and really needed to win that if there was any hope at pulling the round back. But there's not. It's a 4-0 lead for BB Team. Fantastic start. And you said they're going to have a good chance of winning this gun round. Let's see how it goes down, because they finally got the AWP out for Story.
This is where Nafany's just like, screw it, let's hit A. Fast. Let's go. Bury him.
Yeah, it would be good to test Agile early on, right? This is something we did highlight before this game started, the fact that he was kind of abused by Na'Vi. That sounds pretty bad, but it was true.
All right, well, we don't get that fast play towards the A bomb site. 4 players headed towards B to take control of lane. It's going to be Chiron lurking in middle, Molotov to prevent the jump up. A little bit of utility chucked out to apply some pressure. Mutiris going to be aggressive. First kill is there. Trade is not for BB Team.
Oh, Utrarks led up the leash, sent down to the bottom of the ramp, and here's Nafany. This is going to be an easy kill. As Nafany looked like he was reloading that M4 as he took a couple of steps back. They've lost the B lane here.
Nafany dropped his M4 and had to go back to pick it up, and still trades coming out. So 3-on-2, and Story inside the bomb site gets nothing done. Instantaneous. 1v2 for Chiron, but he was sharp on Vertigo.
With a chance for sAw to win their first CT round of the series. Right now, Chiron in a 1v2, and he's going to walk into the cave. And, oh my god, for a second there, he misses the shots from Roman. You think there's a chance of the spin back?
I feel like my prediction was on point. I want to blame that on Nafany.
Yeah.
For dropping his weapon.
Yeah, okay. Nafany getting the blame for everything these days. But a 4-1 lead. It finally saw win a CT round in the series, but it's still a lot of money here for BB Team.
Yeah.
So they're just going to buy AKs. Eventually, you'd imagine they're going to see some of this A play.
Yeah, I mean, on some level, I'm really surprised we didn't see it in that round. I mentioned I thought they would kind of head there early. They've conditioned this B bomb set really well in the first 4 rounds of the half.
Chiron, out through elbow.
I mean, it feels like that confidence that got built up on Vertigo is still there. Like, look at the way they're just challenging every smoke.
Missed shot from Story. Oh my god, how is he not taking that kill?
I don't know.
I think it was more difficult to not get the kill, to be honest.
He really had to work hard to miss all those shots.
Yeah, he did. He was 2 HP. He's going to land 1 USP shot, buddy.
What an insane concept that is.
Yeah, he's just like, do a drawn-in outline. Oh, well, even by accident, he should have killed Magnetez.
Oh, man, this series feels over. And I hate saying that when we're only going into round number 7 of the second map, but... I mean, BB Team's just running around deathmatching and fragging. I'm not even sure if Nafany's calling anything these days. It might just be like, all right, guys, spread out the default again. And then Chiron's like, you know, I want to step through the smoke. And Magnetez is like, yeah, I'll come with you, man.
Nafany gets no props ever. T-side's dominant, never give the...
I gave him props
He's not
in the
even
last
calling.
one. I gave him props in the last one.
Yeah, that's fair.
Well, I mean, look, he gets props, he's calling it, but obviously, like, I think when you have this level of confidence and this much victory and this much, like, this kind of a run on your T side, I think individually players are just making their own decision and making them really confidently at this point. Like, Nafany can't say, like, let's do a default and, hey, step through that smoke, Chiron. Magni is, like, you know, like, that's...
I love how they're just fighting the AWP. Like, if they find where the AWP is and they just swing it. They want to fight it.
They did it twice now. This one in mid as the smoke faded, and previously at the B bomb site, they just deleted Story from the default plant spot. Crazy to watch how dominant BB Team has been on their T side so far. 15-1 on their offensive sides in this series. And they got plenty more to add on to that.
Great start for the side of sAw, though. Roman with a great shot on Nafany. Magnetez waiting for an Utrecht swing. But Utrecht is patient, disciplined, because he knows he has his teammate moving around the backside in Roman, who is starting to flank out the A side of the map. And actually, if he comes around the back of elbow, he might get the perfect timing to get into the donut. But it looks like BB Team have moved forward at just the right time, but they go into a double stack. Will be cleared for the second player. Agile, one and done.
Oh, and
here comes the flank around the back of the donut. Udrix has moved into position. Roman's flank is there as well. Zorte able to stop Roman from getting anything done.
Yeah, surprise as well with the bomb, but obviously they didn't really want to progress forward into the bomb site. So Udrix going to be close up. Siren going to clear left towards the stairs, spots it out, pre-fires around the corner. And Story has a deagle. Siren is going to hear the footsteps. He'll be in position to cut him off. He can let him pass all the way and just backstab. Ooh, Story fakes it. It. Good kill. Great kill. But Zorti has a huge advantage.
He's going to commit to the plant, and Story making no secret about how close he is, and actually canceled the plant. Committed to it now. And down into this 1v1. Zorte with the AK-47, and there's that confidence. He actually managed to get across in towards the cave, and so Story is hunting him, tracking him, and Zorte gets back to the angle just in time and melts him with the AK-47.
Oh, this is getting out of control. This is getting way too much.
Yeah, and even if you call for a timeout, right, you don't have that coach to just have that conversation with, right? You can't call the timeouts on all of the 5 players just to figure this out, and right now, it is a mess. 13-9 looks kind of close. Then you realize it was a 9-3 scoreline favor of sAw and Vertigo, if you're just tuning in, so...
Yeah,
it's been dominant since the second half of Vertigo onwards.
Yeah, sAw's really only played one half of Counter-Strike so far.
Oh, look at this commitment. Finally, we're getting that A play.
Yep, it's coming in at the perfect moment. Nobody's even here. Agile getting back, but they're already out because BB Team doesn't care. Hey, look, this one's an Apathy call. Credit to him. A-Rush. Nobody be afraid, and nobody is afraid.
Bomb plant going down. 7-1. Being teed up.
Well, look,
being teed up.
We see these retakes frequently come in. There's one flashbang. Utility's going to start being put out now. Plenty of smokes and a Molotov for sAw. So there's a chance in this retake.
1 for 1.
No kits, though. Oh, excuse me, there's one kit on Agile.
Well, he's stuck at CT for the time being, but here comes sAw back into the site. Really strong post plan set up here for BB Team. A couple of players on the boost and out main, but the kills are coming back in for sAw, and you're right, Jason, to give them a chance because they've got it down to a 1v1. Magnajez gets around the corner, though. He's buying time. Roman's going to get to the defuse. A last-ditch effort. Close on the time, and there's no time for it. So he sticks it all the way, and a kill come in right at the end as well. Magnajez got Roman off of it regardless, and a 7-1 scoreline rings out for BB Team as they continue to build what is a beautiful T-side showing.
We're just, it's like a rush simulator.
I really enjoy it. I think it's entertaining.
It is, yeah.
Not for sAw, though, of course.
No, not for sAw in any way. I don't even know what you say during this timeout. Like, this is... Even the most experienced IGL honestly, at this point is going to be like, I have nothing for this scenario.
I was just looking around every player. I didn't see a whole lot of lip movement. So maybe it's just a moment to breathe. They're like exhausted, just trying to hold on.
You might need more than breathing. You might need prayers at this point. I think I saw Roman speaking up a little bit, but I don't know. I don't know what you're supposed to say either. Now, because like now, not only are you getting beat in the fights, like in the fast B plays and the mid plays that BB Team was making, but also they've just rushed and tactically outplayed you at the A bomb site to such an incredible degree.
Yeah.
You're feeling like every facet of the game, BB Team is a step or two ahead.
Zorte walking around the corner. Story with a 5-7 blasts away Zorte's head. Now Agile is starting to move forward too. Looking to combine for what will be an aggressive A stance, but with Agile going down, Story has to fight on 2 fronts. I mean, he's done a pretty decent job of this, to be honest. Story's killing everybody. Way more than expected.
Yeah, that's actually really well done, but still a 2-on-2 and the whole map is wide open, and obviously you got the AK-47 on Chiron as well. Him and Magnajez are going to have to join up. Low HP with that MAC-10 in middle. That is the best chance sAw's had.
But it still seems a long way off now that BB Team have managed to slip away.
Well, keep some spacing with Magniez and bait him, right? Because you don't realize at this point that both players, you can kind of, I imagine you'd assume that they're going to go try and recover those weapons in A main.
Mm-hmm. Which is exactly what they're doing. MP9 for Roman. Udrox is given an AK.
And with how long BB Team is taking to get into this B bomb site, there's a chance now for sAw to actually go for this retake, this 2-on-2. They have time for it. They're going to be over close enough even without kits. Udrox is going back just to respect that A bomb site, but look at how much time is being burned off the clock before this plant comes in. And now the flank from Roman.
Still a long way off for Udrox, but he's now arriving towards CT spawn. Roman's starting to make his move.
There's so many gaps in this, though. I mean, this smoke is being covered, right? But no one has eyes on ramp.
Also, BB Team. Oh, never mind. Magnajez going down. Chiron's left alone inside of the cave. He's been real solid on the T side. 10 and 4. Tap on the defuse, but it's about the time. It's about the limited time. And Chiron keeps them pinned just long enough. So there's not enough time for the defuse for sAw. Lack of kit will cost them again. At least they'll try and get away with an AK-47 here. And it's an 8-1 scoreline that just looks so damn impossible to pull back if you're sAw. You felt like they needed to win a round like that. They needed a round where Story is the hero. They win on some weaker weapons and they bring some life to the CT side. But coming close isn't enough at this point of the game.
Story did everything he possibly could. Credit to him. This elimination for sAw is going to hurt more than if these maps were close, like grinded out affairs, right? You're just going to be so depressed, a complete capitulation on this second map.
And it's a team that you've beaten recently, right? And a team that you definitely feel was a beatable squad at this point of the tournament. But I give this kind of performance as your last effort at the RMR.
And you remember, you had some really big moments in this year as well if you're sAw. You qualified for your first major over at Copenhagen.
Playoffs at Cologne.
Playoffs at Cologne, the semifinals, you got deep. Everything
really
was positive, everything was on the rise, and your end note, your capstone of the year is this.
Well, at least, you know, you will feel bad about it, but at least you understand the reasons why. Yeah, some of them were pretty unfortunate. With Aras Doss leaving the roster, now having Barry here. This was always a risk when they made those decisions. Good shot from Story, goes out again. He's had great starts in back-to-back rounds and some life and so on this. They shouldn't let this one go.
Nailed that one, Tico.
Yeah, shouldn't let this one go. I'm just like getting comfortable, ruining my own expectations. It can't happen, Jason. They're not going to let this one.
Sure. Well, bomb's down in mid, so 35 seconds, even if you get some kills on the extremities. Money's also finally in a crap place for BB Team, so I think we're just going to see kind of a save.
Yeah, time's the issue as well. It's not like you can maneuver slowly around the map and try and recover that bomb back, so...
All right, sAw, get to 4, and then we can have a conversation. Because both teams' CT sides were atrocious on Vertigo. sAw's has continued being atrocious here on Ancient. Maybe BB Teams is going to be bad again as well.
Some logic there for sure. But yeah, got to get that 4th round win.
I wonder what Nafty decides to do here, though. Like, do you continue with this, like, kind of like more puggy style of like overconfidence, swing and take every fight, or do you drop down and do more tactical? That round felt like it was going to be more tactical, and you got beat. So do you switch back? Do you try again?
Well, we're about to find out.
What would you do, Dinko?
Go fast.
Yeah.
That's kind of my mantra.
Okay.
In and out, Jason. Matiris climbs up on towards heaven. 1-for-1. And it's a brawl that Nafny gets involved in. Some speed thrown into this round, and Nafny taking matters into his own hands. A 2v2 on players, and Nafny is the man fragging right now for BB Team.
Yeah, both teams decided to just kind of rush into things. All right, a little bit of utility thrown towards the A bomb site. They want Story to hear that Molotov, so he feels like it's going to be an A hit. Look at this flank, though. Udrox can ruin everything because this slow-paced round. Zorte's looking for the push, but it's the wrong location. And he's got the bomb. Oh, just steps out of glimpse. But if U-Jerk's, yeah, he's going to come towards middle. This should be over. This should be all sAw.
Oh, he went back. Oh, U-Jerk's went back. And Story's looking the wrong way. They think they're in A already. Okay, this could get a little messy now as Zorte takes up the angle. The angle's still strong, though, from Story,
Super
especially
strong.
if an AWP clears it first. But here comes the rifle. Back no! Okay, he's got the deagle out. He still can recover this. Unfortunately, Zorte did have the AWP. So Story, oh, he grabbed himself the double on the deag, but he nearly fluffed that one.
Oh, yeah, that would have been too much. That would have been way too much. If he just turned and got back.
So why has he missed that shot, dude? Oh.
Nothing's easy right now for sAw.
I think they just would have quit in the console after that.
Might have, yeah.
GG, go next.
So a timeout. First one for BB Team. Finally encountering some issues. Finally running out of money. No cause for panic just yet with 8 rounds on your T side. I have to think this is going to go back to being fast. This might be another one of those rounds where you tell your anchors, be prepared. Might not want to start with Agile going middle to open up and rotating back to A on a timing. Might just want to send him to the A bomb site right out of the gate. 3 Tech 9s, a Galil and an AK-47, 3 smokes and 2 flashes. It has to be fast. You don't have the resources to be tactical. There's the red room smoke. Donut smoke out mid quick.
Yeah, real quick on this. Meteorus. He's going to not be alone, though. He's got Agile with him inside of the donut, so they chased after Meteorus, thinking that it had an opportunity to open up.
And they're not being quiet in A main either. Meteorus, if his attention gets pulled, it will not. Chiron kind of had to wait for a kill to come out, but that's a good find. Agile reloading as Nathany slides into the bomb site. All things considered, sAw's handling this well. They've stabilized right at the end of the half, but it feels like it's too little too late. The last 3 rounds in their favor to get 4.
Although you did raise a great point. It's not like Team BB had a great CT hold, right? They didn't have a fantastic defense over on Vertigo. So we'll have to wait and see what they look like here on the CT side of Ancient, but 8 rounds, certainly giving themselves a lot of wiggle room. And even in those 4 rounds that sAw picked up, it didn't feel comfortable, you know. That previous Elvis Story missing the AWP shots.
Yeah, it's clear they're
2v2.
not sharp on an individual level. Yeah. And while, you know, BB Team spent most of the half just banging out headshots, they cooled off towards the end of things. But you have to feel like still supremely confident considering how the second half of Vertigo went, how the first half of Ancient has gone. Let's see what the CT side has in store. Hopefully they can recover. And look, even on Vertigo, their CT side was a lot better than it might seem. They lost 2 5-on-3s, which just can't happen.
BB Team now switched to the defense. They've got Jewel Berettas on Siren and Chiron. And look at this heavy commitment for sAw out mid. Just charging all through red. Chiron's ready to go, and you would have expected at least one there from Chiron. Swordshead, the only player getting the job done here for BB Team, and it's not going to work out for them at all. sAw with a sucker punch straight in towards the red room. They can go to B now. They've cleared everything out, and Mike Najez is not going to be able to compete.
Nothing fancy about that. No one able to put a stop to it. Magnia's turning the corner. Everyone's waiting for him. Good shooting. All right, sAw.
Keep it simple.
Yeah, 4 in a row now for them. So getting into the swing of things, going to start closing the gap. BB Team, you have to imagine, just full save. Go for the strong buy in the next round. You have this lead. Wait so you can get some weapons with utility, some stopping power.
Yeah, a couple of flashes picked up here. Well, just the one, actually, was sold back by Zorte. Magnajez picking up the flashbang. So just try and flash these USPs in, see how much damage you can get done with it. But we're expecting an 8-6 scoreline. BB Team will still keep the lead, but sAw very much on their way back into this game. a lot of players towards A main at the moment. For sAw, the main pack of the attack. USP coming over from Donut.
This could be really cool.
For BB Team, you mean, yeah?
Yeah.
With the USP stack.
But only if it's a commitment, and it doesn't look like sAw's convinced that they want to end here. Good opening kill. Flashbang has been used, so the potential for coolness is kind of slipped away.
At least one kill on the USP.
Yeah, but now you
see
spot
a lot of players there, so you don't want to commit into it.
Yeah, you spot numbers, and now you have Mutirus investigating in middle. You have Roman inside the B bomb site. Okay, and good job from Agile to close things out. 6 to 8, we're within 2.
M4 is purchased for everyone on BB Team, so here comes their buy. Lose this, you're down to around a $3,500 average. And sAw should be tying up the game if they win this round, just by virtue of anticipating a weaker buy and then follow up. Chiron going aggressive down into mid. Mutirus inside of the elbow smoke, and look at this from Roman. He's not ready for this at all.
Damn.
A double dunk from Siren, but the kills have come back from Ujurks in the blink of an eye.
Yep, one player defending that B bomb site. It's Nathany still. He's got a smoke to delay things, but complete B lane control for sAw. They recover despite the good utility usage.
So much time here for sAw. They don't have to rush into anything. They can consider all of their options. They have a smoke, flash, HE grenade to close out this round.
I'm surprised that it was Chiron to rotate. I thought maybe he'd slide into Donut so he can watch mid and the A bomb site, while Zorte was the one who slid over to shore up the B defense. 46 seconds on the clock. And Zorte just keeping track of anyone descending.
Oh, Zorte's actually moved away, so he's not doing that any longer.
That smoke really intimidated them, despite the fact that 2 players are here. He's bit on this fake really, really hard. There's no kits either, so if they don't realize what's happening, they've lost it. sAw, you've gotten yourself in a perfect position. Good calling, good mid-round rotation, good mobility across the map. It'll be 7 to 8, and Nathany, Zorte, and Chiron will save the M4s.
Yeah, they've got 2,900 loss bonus, right? So they can get a buy in the next round if they save these 3 weapons, but they gotta save the 3 weapons. That feels like the high percentage play. So.
Yeah, they will. Don't worry.
Yeah, all good.
I'm not sure why they're kind of shifting over. Maybe want to go for some exit kills, but at this point, the priority has got to be keeping the weapons in your hand, because you're exactly right. You lose one of these, that force up in the next round gets a lot weaker. BB Team still have 2 timeouts to work with in this half. They used one in the first towards the end when they started losing control and letting it slip away after they changed the pace to a more slower tactical style. And still, we haven't seen them answer that question of what's your CT side going to look like?
Not yet.
Still looking like it could be rough. A good opening, but ripped right back out of their hands by Ujurks.
Great mental strength, really, from sAw to stay in this game after what looked like it was going to be just a very similar story to Vertigo, where they get banged out, their CT side's not going to be good enough. But they find some answers towards the end of the half. And a strong start on the T side has put them in a position where they should be tying this game up. And I'm intrigued to see what's happened here for BB Team. They could have had a couple of drops, right? You could have got these 5.7s on better weapons, but they're deciding to keep just the 3 rifles. And it doesn't look great for their chances to win this round, because they stacked out the B bomb side and sAw going to the opposite side of the map.
Yeah, but it's not the worst thing in the world if Chiron doesn't have anything in him here to like get a kill or 2. Like you can just save this round as well. I don't mind BB Team going a little bit more of a conservative approach. Maybe they send the 5.7s in, see if they can create like some kind of a staging ground, which kind of they do. But that might lure everyone forward. I think at this point, you've lost that ability. You don't have a kit either. And I don't mind this kind of a decision. You can get the AWP in the next round, buy up some nades. You're going to keep these weapons in your hands, so maximizing the number of rounds you have to play with full buys.
So a lot of work had to be done, but sAw have tied up the scoreline, and BB Team taking a tactical timeout. BB Team is coach Railway, having a conversation with them.
Both teams, I mean, I don't think necessarily doing anything like crazy wrong on their CT sides. I think it's just like some of the opening engagements, CT sides really struggling to win. And it's been like kind of pretty aggressive start on the T side for sAw with the big pack mentality. We obviously saw BB Team just running around the map headshotting. And the kills are just coming so fast, it's hard for CT sides to maneuver and rotate to close the gaps that are being created. Not a very tactical game so far.
Mutiris moves in the middle. Smokes are up. He pushes up towards the red room. Already the T's into the B-bomb site, though. Overwhelming the defense. It's Nafany with the first kill of the round, but a lot of space given on over, but that bomb goes down. Siren swings into the open, and it could be a massacre here against sAw as they're committed into the site. They've lost their prized possession in the bomb, so this is the only play they have left. Mutiris coming through red.
It's kind of being watched. Chiron has it on a timing, but when this smoke clears, he's still watching it coming through the smoke. There it is. Good job from Chiron. No pressure at the B bomb site itself. He had all the freedom in the world to turn his gaze. And it should be a 9th round early in this half for BB Team. 4 players still up. The conservative economic decisions pan out for BB Team. Story and Agile have to save.
Just the amount of space they got to be and how convincingly it went in favor of BB Team is a little confusing, but...
Well, they got space, right? But Nafany was playing over in Cave.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's just like a tough off angle to deal with as you're clearing every corner moving in. And it was clear they wanted to try and take some attention away from middle to allow that Mutiris flank. But I think the fact that, you know, Nafany gets that first kill, the second kill comes out on the bomb planter, Agile's low on HP. They had no more utility. They didn't literally have anything to apply pressure late in that hit to activate Mutiris. You had nothing to take the gaze away from the defenders playing around Cube, just watching that smoke. Chiron just kind of read what the next play was going to be.
Well, somehow, if sAw pull off this ancient victory, we've got Dust 2 up as that 3rd and final map. All right, this looks like a big commitment towards B for sAw. No one going elsewhere. Util being set up. Again, they're running into the B-bomb site. This time it's Mutiris leading that charge. The Siren, oh, it's a rude awakening.
That Molotov on B-ramp went way, way too deep. They were already past it, and oh, slowed down, but still gets the kill. Magnayez, he's giving him an advantage. It's a 4-on-3, but Ujerk's close up. Can't handle the fight. Meanwhile, Agile doing some work inside the bomb site. Bomb still not planted, and it looks like sAw might want to back away from the fight. Back away and readdress on the map, and this is a round they have to go for with a minute and 15 seconds remaining.
Well, obviously in the last round, they sensed some weakness towards the B side. Somehow we got a lot of space in the bomb side, just couldn't work it in their favor. Again, in a similar scenario, they push up, they find that opening on the B site, but BB Team quick to plug the gap. And this is going to force sAw to think about a different option. And oh, I like that from Story. Sticks around while his teammate flees the scene, and he goes over towards the A site with a bomb in his back, and Story applies pressure. But he's got to realize that kill and how silent it's gone is going to separate this defense and make it weaker.
All right, Zorte, how long do you hold this angle? There it is. That's the bomb as well. Horrifying prospect for Story to try and win. Hoping to bait out the shot, doing everything he can. Zorte stands tall, not calling the bluff. And wrecking him at the end of the day, 10-8. Still money though for sAw on 2 players. It might be time for a timeout to talk this one over. If you fully invest here and lose, it's done. It's toast.
That's 2 rounds where they went heavy into the B bomb site, and 2 rounds where they don't get it down, right? They don't get the bomb planted. And that's a tough scenario to have to deal with. He's not getting that extra money on top, first and foremost, but you're not also in a position to ever compete for the round win, despite getting a lot of important space early into these rounds.
Final timeout for sAw, potentially, of their entire run at the RMR.
Elimination on the line for sAw if they concede this map. And we're getting to the tail end of this series because BB Team, they've won 2 of the most crucial rounds back-to-back here.
You know what kind of sucks is on some level I almost feel if you're sAw, you have to kind of save here. Like Agile and Story could drop some pistols over to teammates. They're going to go for it. They're going to buy up. All right, buckle in. This is essentially tournament life coming down to this round for sAw. And Zorte's AWP is positioned at the A site, peeking deep into A main, exactly where sAw is headed. You have Chiron here at Donut for support. You'll have Magnoyez on a fast rotate. It's all under this.
Zorte doesn't miss these, Jason.
It's this first shot and Molotov drop. Don't jinx him.
He doesn't miss these. Got enough confidence in him. Nope. Well, they baited the shot out of him. He's going to drop back into the donut, and he's looking for the follow-up. Zorte eventually will get his opportunity, but unable to take any of those small chances. And they move into the side. They've got some space to play with. The AWP maintains his life, and Magnajez coming in. Zorte finally chimes in with that sniper, and it is starting to look rough now for sAw.
That's actually a sick kill from Zorte. He stepped into the Molotov to stop that plant as well. Delays things. Kind of takes time. Good spam from Nafany. He got one through the boards over in Cave in the last round. It's all on Agile and Story to keep sAw in contention.
Story's watching the donut. 2 through donut, 2 through CT. Agile, though, off the back of the site, does everything he can, but it would have to be an unbelievable 1v4, and that just isn't allowed to happen. BB Team go up to 11, sAw at least get the bomb plant, but it isn't going to allow them a strong buy here. So a decision to make. Do you want to play for overtime or a win in regulation?
I think you have to, yeah, okay. I was going to say, I think you have to play for overtime. Roman was thinking differently. He snap bought a Galil, but he's decided to sell it right back, and I think a half buy is the correct call. And you know what? You've had some space on these faster grouped up plays towards the B bombs that we've seen a number of times that hasn't been super successful, but with Tech 9s, maybe you can get something crazy to happen. Timing to bust out mid. Oh, Magnayez, you're going to have some fun.
Seen Story used this angle earlier with the AWP. Should be better here with the rifle for Magnajez. First player gets across towards CT. Magnajez actually takes a dink on board, so not as much fun as he was anticipating, but the rest of his teammates did want to clean up the mess.
Yeah, it's all good. Containment, even with him going down, should be an easy affair. Even if Roman gets this kill, which he should. Ooh. Awkward timing for Siren to slip around. There's the spot. Nafany's got him. 12-8. BB Team have 4 chances to eliminate sAw and then see how the rest of the day pans out to see exactly what's in store for them in terms of qualification.
And sAw come to this fight. They've got a Galil in the hands of Agile. Everybody else on an AK-47 and a decent amount of utility, but sAw have to be perfect for the remainder of this T side just to get overtime.
Just to give you guys the details of it as well, the winner of this is going to have their Buchholz score, their difficulty score, kind of assessed. They could either qualify directly or might have to play in a placement match to see who the final team is going to be. All the teams that play today with the 3-2 Swiss score. It's going to get weird.
As it always does. But you just got to win the game that's in front of you, and BB Team about to do that.
Well, that's not how you want this round to begin.
No, you do not. Meteor's down to 35 health, Roman down to 54.
You can see he's like, you want this AK? He's like, nah, bro, I'm wrecked too. It's fine. That's a gift through the smoke. Headshot angle. Nafany's going to have to slide back into the bomb site. Not a lot of utility, but a weak defense here.
Oh, great shot from Ujurks. They know the second player's there due to the boost. And it looks like BB Team will not close it now. So sAw up to 9 rounds. Still a lot of money left for BB Team, so they'll continue to have a good buy into the next round. So it doesn't get any easier for sAw, but...
I'm amazed that Sorte's even this close.
Yeah,
he's
you want an op? Here, have an op.
Yeah, well, not just that, but like he's got 7K to drop weapons, so you lose the op, you have to rebuy it. That takes guns, that takes money away that you can drop to your teammates. But everyone's gone a different direction.
Yeah,
so.
It's the idea of just hiding behind enemy lines.
Yeah, I guess it is. Like I'm so close, they'll never expect me here. They probably think I'm over in A main. They'll never check the spot.
Yeah, it's not bad actually. Good work for Sorte. He'll hang on to the sniper, and as you said, he has 7K, and he will have over that as this round closes. So he can drop quite comfortably for his teammates. Magnajez needs a little financial support.
He needs a little love, doesn't he?
Yeah. But I think he'll get whatever he wants.
We all need a little love.
That's true. Some of us deserve it. Top to 9 scoreline. Could very easily be brought back for sAw. This could be that backs against the ropes mentality, Jason. Just when you think it's all over, the Portuguese surprise you one last time in 2024.
Problem is BB Team with all the money, depending on how they play some of these situations, if like a round is lost and they choose to save 2 or 3 weapons, they can in theory essentially buy for the rest of this half. Like every single round is going to be difficult for sAw. Unless they get like a clean sweep and force BB Team to save in a round, they've got to do this the hard way.
Good spam. Nafany losing a decent amount of his health. Red room smoked out.
Remember the gift that Ujurks got in the last round? Spam up B ramp to take off the headshot angle at those half stairs. Through smoke as well, just a blind shot. They won't be getting too many gifts like that. Flashes in towards Donut. The defense gets aggressive. That's a huge clear from Chiron because they needed the safety of A main. And I don't think both have been spotted. Oh, they heard the footsteps. Roman's aware of the possibility.
Shot from Magnajez chiming in. 3 kills away from knocking sAw out. A team that are used to celebrations in 2024, but today it looks like it'll be misery as BB Team keep their major dreams alive, and for sAw it is confirmed elimination.
Yes, it is Team BB saying bye-bye to sAw. Sad for the Portuguese lineup, I have to say, but